All right, so I'm just gonna start this video because I've been thinking about making videos of just documenting the journey, and 333 as I'm starting this, so good sign right there. So I'm realizing that with all this over preparation and this perfectionist mindset is honestly the exact thing that's kind of keeping me, and I'm sure many others as well, from just doing the damn thing. I realized today that becoming an artist is a much more lonelier path than most people would probably realize, because you're gonna spend hours upon hours researching, documenting your journey. You're gonna spend hours like learning this new art form. But what I want you to kind of consider is that becoming this artist, especially if you're somebody that never gave your inner child or really made space to discover what kind of art you want to make, and you're now coming to a place where you realize that it is something that was in you all along, and it's something that you want to explore more, or want to actually give that time into. But at the same time, we got to pay bills, and we got to be places and see things and live life, right? So we're kind of at this point where we want to monetize our skills, even though we've never gave ourselves the full chance to develop ourselves as an artist. So that's what I think I'm gonna make this little series about, is just the things that I'm finding out on my journey, on my specific path. And I think the things that I've discovered along the way. So I started this, I decided to get on this journey about, I would say about a year and a half ago. It was mainly because I started going out to more like festivals and to more, I guess you can call it like raves. And I realized something that was actually like super transformative and just touching to me. So one, I realized how the power and the transformational potential of creating music and like sharing that with other people that can potentially want to do the same thing. Let me just stop rambling. I went to go see a Sotronics show for the first time, and you can just feel the passion and the energy behind this man's work, really. So that, and at the time I was deep into just discovering more so like my ancestral roots. I had lots of pride in, well, I still do, I guess, but I have lots of pride in like actually digging and finding just the ways of life of how my ancestors would live, and the connection we had to the earth back then was like, I guess you could say like there was no religion tied to it. Yes, we had names for like elements, but it was mostly prioritizing more so like the connection to yourself and to the cosmos, and realizing that a bunch of stuff. Okay, I'm gonna stop it right there, because I know I'm gonna already start a huge rambling about that. But once I decided to get on the journey of like, yeah, I want to do what he's doing, because this is my chance to kind of explore more so that artist that I guess always wanted to come out within me. And I've felt like, oh, at the time I was studying very much danza, so I was like, damn, I can already imagine what it sounds like if I mix these and set like these beats with these, like with these basses, yada yada yada. So in a turn, I just got obsessed. I went down rabbit holes. I went down like just how to teach myself how to get into this whole music production journey. So along the way, I was fortunate enough to receive a DJ controller from my friends and family as a gift. And from then I started practicing damn near every fucking day. So I started learning how to like do transitions. Obviously, there's always room for improvement, and you should never really stop. But I started doing transitions. Eventually, I got to a point where, yeah, I'm ready to make the music, and I'm ready to like take this really fucking seriously. So after, the algorithm kind of catching up to me, I found a mentor that was actually able to teach me how to make a track from pretty much beginning to end within like a couple months already of just being in a program. Super valuable stuff. Don't skip out on mentorships for sure. If there's something that you want to be interested in, but I mean, you know, don't have the experience and don't really have the time, it's one of the best investments that you can make. Like, no fucking doubt. I bet you'll hear this a lot throughout your journey, but it's never a bad idea to like actually invest in something like a mentorship or something like that. Anyways, going back to this. So I make it through the program, I'm DJing on all this stuff, and finally I'm at a point where like, okay, I can throw like a pretty consistent set. I can now call myself a DJ, and I can now develop myself as a producer as we roll forward. But as I'm sure like every artist and entrepreneur will eventually hit some kind of wall that we're just in this case gonna call it doubt. You're gonna hit doubt at some fucking point unless you already have the fucking belief system in you already. So short story long, before even like starting on a journey like this where you're like, yes, I know my heart desires it, and I know it in my heart and soul that this is gonna be huge. I have a gigantic vision for the future and how I want things to be. Like, I just have a vision and I'm super set. What I recommend you do is really sit down with yourself. I mean, use and leverage things like AI to kind of help yourself dissect yourself and actually build like some sort of foundation, so that way you can stick to more so of a system instead of a routine. If you're somebody like me that has ADHD, you know how fucking hard it is to stick to anything. You can set a routine, you can spend hours like organizing your life, but you're gonna forget about that within like the next 3 days. And be honest with yourself, that's gonna be one of the most important things to realize as you even beginning this initiation phase of whatever it is you want to do. You've been asking to be an artist, you've been asking to be an entrepreneur, whatever it is, you're deciding to take your own fate into your own hands and create something for yourself that's going to be lasting, sustainable. How are you going to do that? No one fucking knows. And I'm going to tell you this right now, like, even most business owners don't even know what the hell they're doing. They're just kind of going with it and see what's working with it. You have to do that the same. You have to be in that same mindset, which brings me back to this next topic of, I'm not saying that you should do this before you start, but definitely make it one of the priorities to really, really develop yourself with a pretty solid mindset, like even before starting, because that's what's going to be your helpful tool whenever you do run into a wall, whenever you do run into a dip, whenever rocks get thrown at your way. You have to start shifting your mindset of like, yeah, things are going to be hard, but I'm going to be persevering enough to want to keep following my dream. And I know there's nothing going to be fucking stopping me from achieving that dream. Let go of ego. This specific journey is going to be very humbling. It's going to be very heart opening. And it's going to take a lot of patience for you to actually get things right. And not just start things, stop it once you find like something get hard. Like, whenever you are finding resistance, that's kind of your signal to either pivot or kind of reassess like what is it that you're doing, and really be like brutally fucking honest with yourself to know it in your heart that you got what it fucking takes. Because if let me tell you this, if you're even like thinking of something, if you're ruminating on something, that's your fucking sign from your higher self that this was meant for you all along. If you're feeling called, if you're feeling pulled, you must answer that call. That is your purpose. And I'm not to say that you need a purpose in this life to move forward or anything. Like, not everyone needs a fucking purpose. But if you're somebody that actually feels like they are being pulled to do something, to create something, that is your calling. That is all you need. That is the only thing that inside that you need to be able to trust. So wherever you are in your journey, keep going. You know the saying, if you're going through hell, keep going. Why the hell would you stop in hell? Keep fucking going, baby. So yeah, I guess just a little random ass video I wanted to make before I'm out here trying to survive, you know. But I hope you if you actually made it all the way through to this video, first of all, I want to thank you. If you if you're actually sharing this time and energy with me, I appreciate your time. But anyways, I'll see you in the next time, probably later today once I'm done kind of with work. Right now I'm gonna hop on Ableton, and I'm gonna actually hop on like my DJ practice, just so it's like a little bit more niche down. But I just wanted to make this video for either my future self to come back to, and whenever I am finding myself in a cycle of doubt, then it can use it as like a little pick me up, as like, not everything is fucking as serious as you think it is. So love you, I'll be back. And this is kind of just like a message to future selves, is don't abandon yourself just because things are getting hard.